let's get started. This is our Thursday night live and in person that we do every week. It's been tough getting good, solid projects to come in and join with the way the market's been. You've seen a lot of projects kind of go into hibernation, I guess, but not this project. Project Feenix. One of our community members brought them to our attention, and we did some research, and I mean, I'm really stoked to hear all about your project tonight. So why don't we go ahead and start with introductions?
Hello, everyone. My name is Fid, and I'm the creator of Project Feenix. Um, I'm more like the dev than the creator because we created the community together after after a misfortune happened in another token. So we came together as a community and created Project Feenix. I'm just the dev behind it all and making the things I want to do while the community is making the community for the crypto token.
Now, that's great. So tell us a little bit about your project and what you guys are building. Everything I've looked into and checked out, I'm pretty excited about it, but it's always better coming from the dev of a project.
Yeah. First, we just wanted to make a platform where you can play crypto games because Steam and Origin and everyone else just banned them from regular platforms. So I wanted to make a platform for gaming. And then we just got so many more ideas, and it's evolving for every week. So now we're making an ecosystem instead because we got projects coming in from left and right and want to be a part of this with partnerships and everything. So we're going to build a whole ecosystem with both teaching people about crypto, languages, coding, everything, to buying energy drinks for crypto, to having a exchange on the platform. So it's so much more than just gaming right now.
Nice. So what would you say your project is more of a launch pad?
Yeah,
Is that how you would
it
word it?
was supposed to be a gaming launch pad from the start only, but now it's a launch pad for so much more. So we're making a NFT marketplace, like many projects ought to do as well. We're making a gaming platform where people can start games and launch games and have play to earn and stuff like that, and collectively on one platform. And we also have where people can buy crypto for card. We're making the platform into a wallet in a later stage. People can buy stuff like an inbuilt Amazon. Yeah, so the platform is going to be huge. And
Wow.
right now we are in the late phase of alpha, so the public beta will soon be out.
So I guess the question is, how do you identify yourself initially? And it's not, anything other than initially when you started out, you were focused on, I'm guessing, GameFi and being able to launch that into this space, right? And how did that evolve? What made that evolve?
The community have so many ideas, and all those ideas affected me in a way like, yeah, I can do that as well. It's just a matter
Nice.
of hard work. So I've been working like day and night for the past half year, and
Yeah.
we're soon ready to make everything come true.
Yeah, it's crazy how this space keeps you going, right?
Yeah,
So, so what's the first thing we should expect to be released by you guys?
the first thing is going to be released right now is the partnerships. They will start. First partnership token will start by Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
and then go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was going to say, and any teaser on who that may be, or is that kind of hush hush till Sunday?
That will be hush hush until like Saturday.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Hey, no worries. So, how many partners are you planning on onboarding?
Right now we have, I think it is 5 or 6 partners lined up, but there are more to come. We got many applications so far. I haven't gone through them all because I would like to take them one by one.
I gotcha. Well, that makes sense. I mean, you want to make sure you're partnering with a good, solid project, right? You know, don't need that negativity coming back on you if
No,
something
absolutely not.
happens. Right. Well, cool. So it sounds like you're deploying a launch pad for games. So are you guys writing the and doing the design work for games?
Right now I'm only doing the coding and the design work with the Rattle here. So,
Okay.
wait 1 second.
Yo, what's up,
Okay.
Rattle here?
Hey, Rattle, how you doing?
Awesome, brother. It's a pleasure being here tonight. It's really loving the community, loving everything around it, and and it's a great privilege to present our project here right now. Loving it. Thank you so much
Well,
for this.
hey, I will say this. I just appreciate you guys coming on and joining our space and sharing what you guys are doing with our community is, and maybe even your own and some people that are just kind of wandering in that are seeing the space. So I do truly appreciate you joining us.
Thanks. Thanks for the invite, by the way.
Of course. So, Rattle, you do a lot of the GameFi aspect of it, right?
Yeah, well, I have a pretty extensive background in the corporate world and anything graphics related. I've been doing graphics for the past over 10 years now. I lost count. And I've been in gaming for this 6 years. And when like I started getting into crypto, and then I got into the unfortunate project from which this whole thing started, and eventually, the problems came up and the traumas and whatever that is, and then Tid came out there like a savior and said, "Hey, whoever wants to make their money back, just come follow us here." And then we came to this new group, and then we started this new project, and we started talking, and we started thinking, and we came up with all those ideas, and just started doing shit. And it's been such an amazing experience so far. And I gotta tell you, I mean, really, I mean, this is great in so many aspects, because you got the economic part, because yeah, we all want to make money, but it's so much more than that. Like, we want to help people have fun. We want to revolutionize the gaming world. And as we went along, and then partnerships came up, and then we realized, fuck, we can help people get on the internet. We can help people get into the crypto world, and help them take their businesses and make tokens, and push the whole crypto into the overall industry. And it became so much more than whatever we ever thought about what it's gonna be when we just started. Because I mean, it's a mission by now.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of how it always starts, right? It's you get this fantastic idea, and it's a result of maybe something negative that happened to us, or maybe something that you see that could be done better, and you take it upon yourself to create that better product. And it sounds to me that that's kind of what you guys are all about. Is there was a concern, and you guys recognized it and then took it upon yourselves to branch out and make a better product, right? Is that
Oh yeah,
hitting
oh
the
yeah, for
nail on
sure.
the head? Yeah.
Exactly, for sure. And more than that, I mean, something I gotta point out, because I've been working in a lot of companies and with a lot of people in different teams, and the reason, like one of the reasons I'm so passionate about this particular one is that, well, first of all, this is our baby. We started this. We want this to live. But other than that, every single person in this team is just pure gold. So it just really feels right. Like I never feel like I need to watch behind my back or anything. Like in any other job. Uh, Here, this is really like this. Like the Feenix team is like real goddamn brotherhood, and we all have the noble goal in mind to make this thing bigger than the sum of its parts.
Dude, that's fantastic. And did I understand correctly? You're in other projects as well?
No, I mean,
Oh,
I am working on the partnerships. I mean, part of the some of our partnerships we provide services to them, meaning graphic design, meaning code. So yeah, I do work for other projects, but it's all in the like within the framework of Feenix. It's all under Feenix.
I gotcha. That makes sense. No, that's fantastic. So you do most of the coding then for all the stuff that you guys are developing?
No, the
Yeah.
coding is fit. Yeah, if it's doing the coding, I do the graphics. Well, most of the graphics that you see is me.
I got you. All right. So I'm curious about this because my project is also working on a NFT marketplace. So what network are you guys planning on launching your marketplace and or networks, and why did you choose that, and how do you plan on standing out from the big boys that are in the space, Rarible, OpenSea, Mintable? How can you guys differentiate your marketplace from theirs?
Yeah, so our marketplace will be more like sectioned for gaming. So mostly of the NFTs will only be gaming NFTs and will be able to be used inside games. So that's our niche.
Okay. And is it going to be Ethereum only, or is it going to be Solana, uh,
We're go-
Polygon?
we yeah, we're going cross bridge, so we actually try to include every blockchain we can. So right now, my coworker, the other coder, is making research on the Polygon chain and how the codes act in that certain chain, because it's Solidity, but it's different.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah. No,
'cause
I hear you. I know the same thing for us is, that was a question that was presented to me, and I don't know when, maybe it was last week or the week before that. And, one of the things that I want to make sure that we do is we want to make sure that we are verifying the projects that are dropping their NFTs on our marketplace, because if you go to OpenSea, and I know with both projects I'm involved with, they both have had a copycat of some sort multiple times, where we've had investors buying the wrong NFTs, and they didn't know because it looked like it was a legitimate, official branded, Heroes NFT, and it wasn't. So that's one of the things that we want to pride ourselves on, is making sure that that security is there, that if somebody does do that, we have the information that we need to take action on it and get back the funds for that person that made that misleading purchase, right? We feel that's needed, and we're also looking at dual networks as well. We're not going to Solana or Polygon. We're sticking to our where our crypto is, and that's Binance and Ethereum. So for now, that's where we'll start, and maybe we'll branch out. But you got to start somewhere, right? And as long as you have a good idea, and that just initial push, I think you can turn it into anything you want. So that's amazing.
Yeah. Uh, that's the beauty. If you make your own, like we're gonna make our own marketplace on our platform, so people can't misbuy because they can only buy them from our platform if they want to buy the Feenix NFTs or the X game NFT that's launched on our platform.
Right. So are you going to open it up to other projects to launch on your platform?
Yeah, of course. We're
Okay.
open to most partnerships, and we do everything to support them all the way from making smart contracts uh, to web design to everything. So because if a partner fails, because we've been building the ecosystem, if a partner fails, we also feel the loss from that on our token as well, because we're gonna make pool from both the partner and our token, so all can benefit from every up and downs.
Right. No, that's fantastic. So I guess let's move on. What else do you guys want to chat about? Because there is so much involved in your project, and I'm not sure where to head to next. I just wanted to touch on the NFT marketplace.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a social section as well, and the social section is kind of like a crypto only chat for people to talk about crypto in general and also help other people. We're gonna have moderators look through it 24/7 almost to check so people don't try to fool each other and stuff like that.
So is this going to be your own platform, sort of like what we're on now with Twitter, as a replacement or an alternative, or
An
is it
alternative.
going?
I wouldn't say a replacement because Twitter is huge.
It is huge, yeah, but it's got its flaws, right?
Yeah.
No,
So
but think of Steam. Think of Steam. I mean, you got a sort of social platform in there too, and everyone in there has their Twitter. Everybody there has their Facebook, but they use Steam and they use the social parts of Steam for their targeted specific purposes. So that's going to be the same thing.
gotcha. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, the beauty of the platform is that you have everything one click away. If you want to go to an NFT marketplace, it's one click away on the platform. If you want to buy more crypto, that's one click away from the platform. If you want to launch your favorite crypto game, that's one click away from the platform. If you want to chat with your friends, that's one click away from the platform. And that's the lovely thing about it. If you want to see the latest news from like Elon Musk or whatever, because we're gonna have some on the homepage some crypto news when we follow big crypto guys tweets and stuff like that. If you want to see that, that's one click away as well.
Nice. So it's going to be sort of like a hub that you can kind of go to whatever aspect that you want of the project. That sounds great. So, how does your token play in this? So I did see what your tokenomics were and whatnot. I was reading over your roadmap, and it all sounds great. But for the people that are just in here listening and the people that will be listening, how does your token, play a part in how all this works?
Yeah, so our token is going to be the main currency on the platform. If you want to buy some of our partnered up like items like we have right now, very soon launching our own energy drink brand, not the brand, energy drink with our logo and stuff like that from a partner. You can buy that for crypto and get that shipped over. And the crypto from what our token can be won in our launched game. So if we say you play FPS game, you win a couple games, and then you just go buy yourself some drinks for those for the earning of those games.
I gotcha. So that's cool. Um, Now, how, and I don't know, I'm guessing because you guys are based out of Sweden, right? Is that correct?
Only me and Hampus.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
we're quite international.
okay. So, with the way the regulations are coming, at least in the United States, how are you going to overcome the security aspect of your token, having it holding a value to be exchanged for goods?
Yeah, so some of our partners that I'm already wrote in contract with have stocks in the background, and those stocks will be helped to hold the token more stable and not run around all volatile.
I guess, yeah. I mean, that's great for security and for keeping everything stable. I guess my question is there any regulation that you're concerned with as far as complying? Like for us, because we are a legal entity in the United States, we have to be very cautious on how we represent our token of aspect of our project, and that means that either we file for it to be a security or we don't. And if we don't, it cannot have any kind of, it cannot be associated with a actual value of any kind. So, what it does is it actually helps promote the business aspect of our project. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm just trying to translate in my head.
I'm sorry. If you need me to simplify anything or whatnot, I give you credit because I don't speak multiple languages.
That's no problem. That's no problem. In Europe right now, we don't have that regulation right now, but it will be here soon. And then we have to make it into like so it can be counted to a currency.
Right. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm not sure how the European laws are on that and how strict and how tough it is in order to actually, get a token and have it considered a security and what goes along with that. I know in the US it's a bit of a pain and a long drawn out process, and yeah, we have to just all be careful with how we represent our projects.
Yeah. I haven't heard that regulation yet, but I have to look into it.
Yeah. No, I was just curious because that always kind of throws up that little bit of a flag for me when I hear you can buy products with a token, because that at least in the U.S. is going to draw attention from of course major major what do you call it organizations in the government that are going to be come knocking on your door saying, hey, you are actually showing this as a value, and that means it's a security. So, you have to shut down, cease and assist, or you get fined, or, you have everything in the works to comply with whatever they want. But even in the US, it's still a gray area, but they've been cracking down more and more month over month. And, it's just a little bit here, a little bit there that, they're changing the rules, right?
Yeah.
And it makes it tough because you got to stay on top of all that. But no, that's fantastic. I love hearing all that. I love the idea that you have with your native token being the currency of your platform, which is amazing.
But I got just a thought. But if I make a auto oh, I can't speak right now. Auto swap to Ethereum where the payment is done, then the payment is in Ethereum, not our token, but the token is still used as a currency.
Yeah, so the yeah, you're not wrong, and it's been like an issue for U.S. taxes is what actually gets taxed and how can the government tax a crypto transaction when they're not deeming it a actual currency, right? But yet they are.
Yeah,
I know my taxes were hit. Yeah, I had to pay out quite a bit for last year just because of all the new regulations that they had. And yet they don't deem Ethereum a currency. They don't deem any of the tokens, that I had been taxed on as a currency. But yet I
It's
was
commodity.
still taxed on it. What's that?
yeah,
It's commodity, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's
it's
like a
it's
thing. It's not. I guess it's not a currency. It's like a thing that you're selling. like a physical item or something. So it's a different kind of tax, but it's the same game,
Right.
just a little bit
So,
different.
with our project, we, deem it as a utility token, where the value is in all the utility that we're bringing to the table with not only the token, but the rest of the aspects of our project. So, you know, people find value in that, and all those aspects of the project will feed back into the token. Kind of like, similar to what you're doing. Only the native token for us is going to be the network that we're on. So instead of it being our standard token of heroes, it's going to be either Ethereum or Binance. And that is going to be what allows us to put funds back into the chart to keep the chart looking healthy. That's what it's going to be to allow us to donate to our charitable causes and continue our development for further upcoming things like our NFT marketplace. So all the value for us is being placed on our networks that we're residing on, which is Binance and Ethereum, not on our token, which is how we can kind of get around that whole aspect of the SEC. So it's kind of funny how the government makes you jump through hoops to actually have a solid, good project in this space. And, you know, and it's sad, but that's the way it is.
Oh, you mean auto swap for taxes, or am I wrong?
Yeah. So I'm saying that, in the US, any transaction is taxable
Yeah,
on the network. Once you decide to cash out, if there's profit there, it's taxed, right?
yeah,
So they're able to do that, but yet they're not deeming any of the cryptocurrencies an actual currency in the eyes of the United States. So, yeah, it's kind of mind-boggling to me how they can tax something that they're not considering themselves a taxable item or a actual currency. Where like when you invest in a stock or an ETF or an IRA, you're actually investing in something very similar, but it is a dollar value, right? The transaction to buy in is used with the native currency. The transaction when you cash out is the same native currency. It's not like you're buying on one and then switching over to another currency in another country, right? And you probably
yeah.
could, but I'm not sure how that would work. I never really looked into it.
We have the same issue in Sweden. Sweden looks at crypto as is the devil's currency.
Yeah,
Yeah, so if you buy crypto, like I think they accepted Bitcoin, Ethereum as real money now, and you can buy that from the banks, and then you pay like 4% tax on the earnings or whatever. But because I'm dealing with like this, my own project, I'm getting taxed 51% or something like that. It's super weird.
yeah, no, I hear you. And yeah, it's kind of crazy to see how things have been evolving. And I was just curious with how you have your economy set up within your project, uh, how that played out for you as far as the legality of it. And that's just, us making small talk because, I'm always curious to know how other people handle, their own issues and, government regulations.
Yeah, that's very interesting. For it differs so much from country to country.
Yeah. And, you have, countries like South America that are, adopting crypto as a currency, and, really making a play for it. And you have, countries like yours and ours that are just kind of, I think to me, it seems like they're figuring out how they can get the most money out of us.
Yeah,
This is what it seems like to me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of curious to see where it all heads to and where we're going with it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. So back on topic, back on Project Feenix.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, we're sailing far away now.
Yeah. We took a long detour there. So what else do you guys got going on? We covered NFT marketplace. You guys have NFTs coming, right?
Yeah, they are in the works as well. We don't rush them because they don't have to be released yet. Because first we have to make the beta for the platform, and after we release the beta, people have to try it out and break it so I can fix it, so we don't have any leaks. And once we go live, that's when everything matters. That's when everything has to be done, so we can just input it everything we need to have there.
Awesome. And are you developing a game around these NFTs, or are they just going to be NFTs that a game will be developed afterwards, maybe? Or
We actually have games in development on the side. It's not I'm not doing it, but I have some guys from they don't work. They go to school, like college in Sweden, I think it is.
Mhm.
For making games, and they really want to make blockchain games. So it's like, yeah, you can do one for us if you want to. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we have someone who can launch it and shit like that. It's like, nice. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
you want to hook me up with their numbers, or
they're mine.
Yeah,
uh,
overall, there's several NFT directions, because I mean there's the card game that we were planning along
You're
actually,
cutting
but
out.
yeah, and other than that, uh, we got a set of NFTs coming out once once we finish with all the partnerships and all that, and there's going to be some time to produce stuff. So in a few months, we're going to have also a set of limited 50. No, sorry, I was thinking of something else. No, we're gonna have a special set of NFTs for the Fiends. It's gonna be it's gonna be NFTs which are like they're gonna have utility on the platform. They're gonna grant special like for everyone holding the particular NFT. Are going to have special privileges on the platform, which is something to be developed further, because this is an idea that popped recently, and we're still thinking of what we can do with that more. But so far, the main idea is to grant early access to new games coming into the platform, and that like anybody having those NFTs will have access to a special section on the platform. So that's a
okay,
start.
yeah.
Yeah,
So go ahead.
because we got so many new partnerships. They will actually those NFTs we're gonna make for like the Phoenix token, not gaming related NFTs. Will have all the partnership benefits, uh, and there will be a lot of them. So yeah, there are both like travel companies and learning apps for languages, and we have special offers on this and that just because you're holding this NFT. So yeah,
Nice. Well, I'll tell you what. I know you guys are on a tight schedule, and I don't want to keep you longer. So why don't we open up the floor to questions? Anybody that has a question for Project Feenix, please request to speak, and we'll bring you up. And I know I saw I brought up Ryan. Is he part of your team, or is he?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, well, Ryan, you came up here. Did you want to ask a question or comment? Okay. All right. So Sierra Papa. Sierra Papa, what's going on?
Hey, just wanted to say thanks. I'm one of the moderators on the team. Just want to say thanks for having us on your program.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, normally go into a little bit of our project with these spaces too to share, but I know you guys are on a time crunch. I don't want to take up any question time. So anybody that has questions come up, but I do appreciate you guys coming on. It's been fantastic. I love hearing what other projects are working on, and it sounds like you guys have a lot in front of you.
We sure do. These guys are working really hard, especially Fit and Hampus. Want to give a big thanks to Fit and Hampus for putting in so much time and hours. Same with Twiz is here with us too. I'm sure Twiz has some good questions. He's a moderator on our chat as well.
Yeah, Twiz is actually how we came about finding you guys.
Yeah,
He's a really awesome community member for Heroes, and you know, he brought awareness, and I started looking. I'm like, you know what? You guys would be awesome to have one of our Thursday night spaces. So
yeah, we're lucky to have
yeah,
Twiz.
yeah, he's an awesome guy, right?
No doubt.
A serious asset.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's in here anymore, is he? Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's down there. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want, you can ask me any questions, or if there's anything that you want to add on, by all means. I mean, I'm not sure what else you can talk about, because I know with a lot of these things, you have to keep a lot of the information kind of on the down low until you're ready for it to be released. So,
yeah, no doubt. Yeah, there's a lot more to it, and yeah, I've been hounding these guys about not spilling too much.
yeah, absolutely. So, anybody has a question, by all means, request to speak, come on up, ask it to either myself or any one of the devs and moderators for Project Feenix. I will say that we got to, for Heroes, we got to the point where it looks like our iOS app is ready to go for Apparition. But we're waiting until we have the Android app ready to go before we release it. So there's a little bit of tidbit for all our Heroes holders. It's getting close.
Oh, word, sounds good. I have one last thing to say for anybody that's a potential investor in Feenix or Heroes. But for Feenix, we're ever expanding. So there's much more to us than what you see right now. So to be continued.
Absolutely. And we're very similar. Reading over your website and everything, I found that, we got started with Heroes very much the same as you, because of rug pools and honeypots and looking for a safe place for, people to, hold a crypto token. Since we launched, not only do we benefit charity, but we've, kind of changed the way people look at staking with our in-token staking. We are putting up a platform for NFTs, as well as a new NFT project that will replace our, original NFT project. Because at the time we were a crypto project that thought we could, play a card at NFTs, and we didn't do so great. So we actually have a NFT project coming up that's going to be pretty killer. We have a game coming up in the future. We have our real world products with Apparition, and that's the app that I was talking about, which will change how people conduct business. I mean, and that's not it. It's just like you guys. We're always looking for that next thing. So as we check something off, we're diving headfirst into something else. I believe that, any organization, you gotta continue to grow. You gotta continue to broaden your horizons and look at, what the world needs, what the space needs, and give people a place to get it. Twiz, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, friend, how are you?
Awesome.
Hey, you mentioned apparition, and it just occurred to me that that would probably be something that these guys would love to hear about if you could tell them what it is, like the Phoenix or the fiends that are listening. It's a really
Oh,
cool project, and I think they would love to know about it.
absolutely. So Apparition is a NFC line of products. It will be a card, pop socket, tags, you name it. We have a whole lineup of branded products that are being produced as we speak. And we are producing an app to go along with it. Essentially, what it does is it allows you to put anything you want on these chips that you don't have to actually hand off. Your phones actually pick up the chip and bring up all the information right on your device. So if you want to use it as a way, if your pet gets lost and someone finds it, they can actually scan the pet's tag and it will bring up your contact information to get the pet returned to you. If you are a corporation and instead of spending thousands of dollars on business cards and promotional material, you can do it all digitally, save it on one of these cards or chips, and these chips can be as small as or even smaller than a fingernail. My wife was showing off a prototype the other day where she actually has a chip underneath her fingernail paint, and it has all her contact information for heroes on it. That all you do is hold your phone up, it populates on your phone, and that person can save your information in essentially in their contacts. Now, with the app, there's going to be a few other surprises that we're doing that we're not going to cut into just yet. But the app will not only allow you to instantly rewrite your tags, but allow you to read tags, save contacts within the app itself, and there's a little bit more. But it will be available for Android and iOS, and again, it's real world products that will allow businesses to cut down on physical waste. The tags are rewritable up to 100,000 times. And, it'll change the way people do business, especially with the way COVID has affected everybody and everyone having an issue with, you know, contact. And I know that's kind of dying down now, but there's still those few people out there. And a lot of people like doing you know, the non transfer of physical things, right? So you're seeing credit cards kind of take over and cash kind of go by the wayside more and more. So I think this has a play in the future for the real world where you'll actually be able to have a device that you can program whatever you want on it and change that at your will and, share that information with anybody you like.
That's pretty dope, to be honest.
Yeah, right. And like I said, it's coming in a whole bunch of different products, from keychains to tags that you can actually just stick on the back of your phone to actual business cards. And we do custom one off prints, which, there's something else coming with that, with our NFT lineup. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then, for larger corporations, if you need a quantity larger than 100, we can do custom branding for them as well, where all the tags are branded in their company information.
What's the cost for one of these?
So it depends on what you're looking at. But I'm thinking the just standard card is going to be right around $15.
Seems really cheap for an awesome technology.
Yep. Now, if you want, I can double that for you, Twiz, just because I like you.
Sold.
No, but the custom printed ones, we're going to give people options that if you want us to pre-program your information on there, we can. It's not, a headache. It's just, takes a little bit more time to do it. And for an added fee, we'll do that. If you want a custom printed card, that'll be additional as well. But yeah, I've got an abundance of product that's almost ready to go. We're waiting on a few other things. One of those things is bracelets that you can just wear and it has your information. If anyone's curious, the pictures that I posted from NFT NYC when I was there, that's where I essentially test marketed the product because I wasn't sure if it was going to be something that was going to be well received or not. So I took all the samples that I had and I took them with me. And the response that I got from everybody that I talked to was overwhelming. They were just like through the roof. And then, the people that didn't have business cards that had stands there, which blew my mind that they didn't have contact information, but they paid to have a stand at at an event like that. I gave them one of the tags and I reprogrammed their information on it on the spot. I mean, it was instant, and they were just like through the roof, just in awe over the technology and everything behind it. So it is really cool. It is not a new technology, but I personally feel like it's not widely used as it should be. And I think there's a lot of potential there.
You got a good point there. Actually, I've seen this technology. I've seen some actually whatever you mentioned before, the under fingernail polish kind of chip. I've seen this in AliExpress every now and then, and every time I look at that and I'm thinking this is a really great idea, and yet I never seen anybody actually implementing that anywhere. And it's great to hear that you guys are, because I mean this is like James Bond kind of shit, and it's awesome. Love it.
Right? And the thing is, the amount of people that had no clue. I think the entire time I was in New York for the entire event, I think there was only one other project that had an NFC chip, but it wasn't utilized the same way. It was to store their NFT that you bought from them. So they wouldn't even let you scan it because if you scanned it, it automatically made you the owner of that NFT, which I thought was kind of stupid. But you know, uh, you know what I mean? Because it's like, why would you have this technology, put an NFT on there, and then whoever scans it becomes the owner? That kind of
No, that's like the dumbest thing ever. Oh my god. Who came up with that?
right. So I was a little bit like, okay, well, the idea is kind of cool to have the NFT on there, but to override and give ownership to whoever scans it, that's kind of stupid. That's
Yeah,
just
I mean
like,
it's great for fast sales, but other than that, I mean, like,
right,
excuse me, miss. Oh, I own your NFT now.
right. So, but everyone really, really took it and was impressed by it. And I'm thinking when I packed to go to NFT NYC, I was like, I'm not sure how this is going to go over, but I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. And I did, and everyone was like wowed by it. Like they've never seen it or never heard of it. And I'm like, geez, this has been around for a while, and the fact that nobody knows about it, and yet they use it almost daily. Like the new credit cards with the tap technology, that's the same technology.
Well, I gotta tell you, man. I mean, when I first like when I first started like listening to like the beginning of the story, when you started talking about the whole NFC technology and all of that, I was feeling kind of bored, thinking, well, okay, I know all of this. I know like this exists, whatever. There's nothing new there. But then you continued, and then we got to this point, and now I'm thinking, Jesus, man, this is fucking brilliant. It's one of those technologies which were so great, and we have so many points in the history of time where there was a great invention and it just didn't get the light of day and was lost for stupid reasons, but it was just so good. And there's plenty of those. I mean, the external, like the Stirling engine, the external uh, combustion engine. So many. And this one, actually, I admire what you do because this technology, the one that I've been looking at for years. I mean, the first time I've seen this kind of stuff, it's like the whole NFC, the specifically the under nail polish uh, kind of stuff. I mean, this is so badass, and the fact that you're taking this and you're giving it.
I think you're rugged. Are you still there?
His microphone does this all the time. Then he gets really excited, just dies.
Oh, was I cut off?
Yeah, you were.
Can you hear me now? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, guys. Yeah, so I was just saying. So I was just saying that the act of taking this technology, which I mean, every now and then we have some awesome technology with so much potential popping up, but not every time it gets picked up because reasons. You know, people doing stupid things and just don't see the potential and don't do enough with it. Don't maximize the potential of that technology. And yeah, and times like as time goes and we see like there's plenty of implementations for NFC, but whatever you're talking about, I mean, this is the kind of shit I've been thinking about when I was like when I saw it first, and then as time went on, nothing happened. Nobody did anything with it, but you are doing something with it, and you are doing something really awesome, and this is just great. I mean, I love it, and I admire you for this. Thank you.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
absolutely. And, again, I wasn't sure about it and I test marketed it. And, the response I got was enough to say, hey, you know what? We're going to start with, a small lot of everything and, see how it goes. And I really think there's a future. And I think it's something that's just has not ever been well marketed and mass adopted. And I think because of that, there is a good possibility that we could take it to that next level. You look at Bill Gates and the first OS that he created, it wasn't his own. It was a reject that Xerox had. It was a Xerox operating system that they had no use for, didn't want anymore. He came across it and it had this great feature where you could use a mouse or use a device to track an arrow across your screen. And that's what he took. It wasn't his own technology. It was someone else's that he took and evolved and made it his own and made it great, right? And, not that I'm like a Bill Gates, admirer. I'm more of an Apple guy myself, but that's just one of those things that it was already there and he took it and made it into something bigger and better. And I'm hoping
Exactly. That's how it works. I mean, like, anything great is an evolution, not a revolution. You take
right.
something existing and you make it better, and you are making it better.
Yep. And that's the goal, right? Is to continue to grow, develop, and make the space better and, bring more just straightforward utility to your project. And that's what I loved about everything that, Fid was saying and yourself about what you guys are doing with Project Feenix. I mean, dude, I'm hooked. I can't wait to see where you guys go next.
Oh, just wait and see, brother. We're gonna go to high heights.
Nice. So I know you guys had a hard deadline of an hour. So if there's no other questions, I will let you guys go ahead and, leave some closing statements and we'll call it a night. All right.
Yeah, sounds great. It's 4 a.m. here, so
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
that's no problem. I'm kind of used to it.
Wow. Well, go ahead and if you have anything you want to just kind of closing thoughts or anything for Project Feenix yourself?
Yeah, I would love to if everyone who hears this and anything like that will try out our beta and try to break it for me. It would be great. It would be released in approximately 3 weeks.
I'm
So
there. I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, so if you want guys be up for it to try to break it or whatever, just play around with it and see if you can find any loopholes. That would be super awesome.
Awesome. Rattle, you have any closing statements, or Sierra Papa?
Well, just was about to add that this whole thing is a team effort, and Phoenix has been given quite great results. We got a great team, and we got great community participating in our stuff. But we would like to expand this community, and we would like to have as many people once we release the beta. Whether you're a fiend or you're thinking to be, or you're not at all, but you just want to come and see what's going on, come and see and break this platform for us and help us make it better.
Dude, absolutely. 100%. And, that's something that I didn't really touch on tonight as much of the Heroes Project. But we have a fantastic team ourselves. The majority of them are in this space. Astro Verde, Low Voltage, Heroes Queen, they're all devs for Heroes Token. And we could not do what we do without them, as well as the Chad Rock, who is our NFT artist and dev. I think the team that we have is why we're doing what we're doing and going where we're going, which is fantastic. And I don't give them enough credit. They're all awesome. And also want to just add that anybody that's listening to this space, follow at Project Feenix, check out their Telegram. They're a great community. Check out Heroes Token. If you're not already part of our community, come over to Telegram, hop in. We love new people stopping in, asking questions, or just participating. Whether you're a holder or not, we don't count you out. And I also want to thank Project Feenix for joining us tonight, because this space was fire. I loved everything we talked about. We got off track a little bit, but we brought it back home. And I do appreciate your time, even if it is 4 a.m. I'm so sorry. We could have done an earlier time. But
That's no problem.
well, we'll do that the next time, right? We'll do a morning space the next time we do a group space. All right.
Sounds good, man.
Awesome. With that, I thank everybody for showing up, and everyone have an awesome evening.
Thank you so much, Scott, everybody. Good night.
Good night.